All chemical dilution and distribution should be managed by trained custodial staff. They should prepare and provide you with the tools you need, such as properly labeled charge buckets, water buckets, spray bottles, and microfiber cloths to disinfect your classroom. Only trained teachers and staff should perform surface disinfection. Students should not have access to disinfectant products or be assigned disinfection tasks. Before using any cleaning product, make sure you have read and understand the product label and usage directions. Also, you can review Section 8 on product safety data sheets, which outline personal protection precautions and are available for products in their ready-to-use state when diluted through Hilliard Arsenal 1 dispensers. Only non-porous surfaces can be disinfected. Porous surfaces such as carpet, fabric, paper, or chalk cannot be properly disinfected. Frequent touching of these surfaces by students should be discouraged. Classrooms that will be occupied by different groups of students throughout the day should be disinfected or cleaned between each new group of students. Classrooms that will be occupied by the same students all day require less disinfection, where only the surfaces that are touched by multiple students require disinfection. Typically, single classrooms do not require disinfection of the student desk during the school day. Before you begin disinfecting surfaces, don the proper personal protection equipment. The types of PPE needed may vary according to disinfectant. Review Section 8 of your disinfectant safety data sheet to ensure safe product usage. In order to effectively disinfect, surfaces must be wet with an EPA-registered disinfectant for a set amount of dwell time. For specific Hilliard product dwell times, please refer to your classroom disinfection job card or the application method chart on the COVID-19 section of the Hilliard website. Be sure to follow your district's guidelines for proper surface disinfection. When using a spray bottle for disinfectant application, make sure the bottle is set to a coarse spray pattern. Apply enough disinfectant solution on the surface so that it remains wet for the full EPA-required dwell time. If the surface starts to dry before the required wet dwell time is met, respray to ensure that it remains wet for the required time. Following the dwell time, the disinfectant can be allowed to air dry, removed with a dry microfiber cloth or paper towel, or rinsed with potable water. Remember, desks must be dry before being occupied by a student, and potential food contact surfaces must be rinsed with potable water before food can be consumed on the surface. When using a spray bottle, avoid spraying light switches or other electronic devices. For these surfaces, spray the disinfectant solution on your microfiber cloth, then wipe the surface, ensuring it remains wet for the required contact time. Remove a microfiber cloth from the charge bucket and wipe all touch points on each student desk, including the desktop, the bottom of the desktop, and the chair back. Apply enough disinfectant solution to the surface so that it remains wet for the full EPA-required dwell time. Use a different side of the microfiber cloth to wipe down each student desk. When folded into fourths, a microfiber cloth has 8 unique sides for uncontaminated cleaning. If the surface starts to dry before the required wet dwell time is met, re-wipe to ensure that it remains wet for the required time. After all sides of the microfiber cloth have been used, place it in a designated dirty laundry container. Do not reuse soiled microfiber until it has been properly laundered. Once the dwell time has been met, the surface can be allowed to air dry, wiped dry, or rinsed with a potable water-soaked microfiber cloth. If students will be eating at their desks, the desktops must be rinsed with potable water-soaked microfiber cloth. The surface must be dry before being occupied by a student. Along with student desks, all other common high touch points should be disinfected often. High touch points include tables, doorknobs, light switches, water fountains, faucet handles, countertops, and cabinet handles. To avoid the need for extensive frequent disinfection, try to keep surfaces as low touch as possible. For example, only allow the classroom teacher to turn the lights on and off, or open and close the classroom door. Computer keyboards and tracking devices should be wiped with a disinfectant-soaked microfiber. Do not spray disinfectant directly onto computer equipment. Shared electronic devices, such as phones or touchscreens, should be cleaned with a window cleaner between each student use. Remind students to wash or sanitize their hands both before and after using any shared electronics. If dry erase markers or smartboard pens are used by students, they should be disinfected between each student use. Remember, standard chalk cannot be disinfected. Reducing the risk of exposure to COVID-19 by cleaning and disinfecting is an important part of reopening schools. With face coverings, hand washing, social distancing, and disinfecting, it's up to each and every one of us to help stop the spread. Thank you for all you do. Together, we've got this.